Say, what's up with all y'all, man?
I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. Fucking, I'm crossing the line.
So how y'all doing?
Imagine being able.
Everybody okay? So I just wanted to do a few things today. You know, I'm gonna keep it short, keep it sweet. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep it real discreet. You dig? Man, working this job or it's working me. One of the two. I don't know. So I felt like, well, I better try to slide it in. My on-call shift started at 5 p.m. So like, man, let's go ahead and try to slide something in. You dig? Kelly, yo, what's up, baby? Say, what's up, Sheriff? Hold on. Wait, just a second. Um, so it's definitely like some things. You dig? Hey, Casey, can you give Shara Rich? I don't know why she ain't got it. Hey, what's up, Eyes on the Prize? I'm crossing the line today. No, I really have to. I have to toe the line. You know what I mean? Hey, Marshall, I have to toe the line, right? Not because I don't want to, but because we turned a leaf. You dig? Hey, Polythene, Pam, Valley, me, Kaz, what's up, baby? Everybody, Amy Lou, who, Jinx, how you doing, Jinx? I'm well. I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Hey, Lisa. So, um, one thing I want to start out with is I'm sorry I'm laying down. I'm just spent. You know what I'm saying? So the other day, um, Miss Brown, she did, I don't even know, like a 27-hour, um, she's like a 27-hour stream or something. I don't know. And it's like, it's not even available to be seen, right? Because it's one of the things that you go too long and, you know what I'm saying, you lose access to it. So for a recap, um, just for the recap here, let's do this. Where is, oh, you know what I did? I done did it again. Hold on. Killer. So if you guys remember, we went over one of Killer's went over one of Killer's videos, me and Tiffany, I guess 2 days ago, right? Here it goes. Okay. Let me pull this up in the queue so we don't get confused. How is everybody? Everybody doing good? Um, I hope everybody's doing good. Uh, so um, yeah, it's not letting me click on it. I don't know why. It's glitching on my phone. So, Killer's here. What's up, Killer? Um, so in Killer's video, put a one down here. Lightning bolts in the chat if you can hear me. Lightning bolts in the chat. Hey, Marie. Sure, why complain, baby? Wendy G, what's up with you? Okay, because on here it said the stream is over with. So, lightning bolts in the chat. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like on the phone it says it's over. So yeah, it's tripping. Okay, thank you, Kellyo. Lightning bolts. Okay, shouts out to ES. You dig? So okay, in Killer Looks video, let's just do a really short recap, really quick, right?
What it used to.
Otherwise, I would give a few people some wrenches, but I don't have the availability right now. Oh, where's my iPad? Just give me 1 second. Hello, Solar. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me see here real quick. Yeah, see the Joker is, it won't let me do it here. I don't know why. We'll get to it though. I'll do it after the stream. Okay, so during this live, or rather this video that Killer did, I'm right here at the point.
The killer. They want to kill a look. And kill a look's 10. And we all done together and go to rubber. See, one time.
Okay.
Too stupid to realize what they're doing, which is helping this group try to contaminate, discredit, and contaminate jury pools and shit like that against my eldest.
You might ask yourself, Benny, why are we recapping this? Because we did this the other night with Tiffany, right? Like it's just redundant, repetitive, mundane, all of the things, right? Well, the funny part about all this was the reason why we're doing it again is because, well, why Jody was covering my live stream from the other night with Tiffany, she skipped right past this part. She went right up to the point and then skipped over it. Why do any of you people in the discussion area think she would have skipped right over that? She was slurring it up. She skipped right. Yeah, Val, what does that mean, sweetheart? What does that mean? But during, and I was like, man, no, hold on. Let me run it back. So I ran it back and I listened to it again, like about a minute back. And then I was like, surely she's no, she didn't at all. She skipped all the way over this part. But what was so interesting about it is after she skipped over it, she spoke on it. She spoke on it as if she had played it, right? And what she said was this, that she's essentially put in the box and that she has to speak with such precision and that she can't speak outside of the box without fear of it being stretched and pulled and manipulated. And it's like, no. That's not, no, we're not doing that. That's not, no, we're not about to do that. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We're not doing that at all, right? So I thought it was very interesting, to say the least, right? And again, like I don't watch Jody Sue. It's a number of people who, they'll throw a bone and say, hey, you need to check her out right now. So I'll flick it on. And just right when we thought she was going to give us any sort of explanation or excuse, I would have taken an excuse. But in the event that she was self-aware enough to understand that an excuse was probably not the right thing to do, she could have just gave us an explanation. That would have worked just fine. It would have sufficed, right? So she skipped on right by it. Right. So I bring it up again tonight, first thing, because Jody, I think that it would be really important for you to address this, like do some real adulting. I heard you talking about some histrionics or something earlier. Like, again, let me preface this by saying I am far too busy. I'm far too busy. Right. Like I'm on call till 9 a.m. I don't get tired. You know what I'm saying? I don't get tired. And then I work during the day, same job. So histrionics, right? I know it's a lot of people that throw the word around and maybe don't even know what it actually means.
Histrionic.
Right. So it's dramatic behavior designed to attract attention, right? I think that a lot of people get caught up in the word history in it. And they think that it's like, from back in the Gap. No. It's dramatic behavior designed to attract attention. Also, I guess, garner sympathy. You know, you could take it from there, right? So we're gonna go down here and we're gonna check out things to know. The exact causes of histrionic personality disorder are unknown, but experts believe it results from a combination of genetic and environmental factors, including childhood experiences like inconsistent parenting or trauma, and a potential genetic predisposition. A family history of personality disorders or other mental health conditions like depression or anxiety can also increase the risk, right? Now, genetics, I think that's such a powerful one. Therefore, it was put first. In terms of genetics, I mean, her dad's her dad's a sex offender, right? So I think genetically I think genetically, um, check mark for predisposition, right? Now, as you guys will see, there are some special emojis in there. Feel free to fling them around if you like. I don't mind. I don't mind whatsoever. I don't. Maybe you're already flinging them about, but I just can't see them. Oh, you are? Okay, Kaz. Yeah, it's just throwing me the code over here. It just says neighbor, 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 neighbor. So we got a predisposition here, right? Now to take it serious. Let's get serious here. Game face. Now, I don't know who Jody's dad abused. I don't know. However, I think the one thing that is synonymous between Jody and her dad are the fact that, well, they both had a chance to save a little girl and they didn't. Real talk. Hey, Karen. I'm not being facetious when I say that because we've heard the whole history of Jody Sue's involvement with different things throughout the course of the Summer Wells tragedy. And the interesting thing about it is that you have all of these high notes, right? These keynote issues. And any one of these things she could have reported prior to her disappearance. And there could have been a different outcome, right? Jinx, thank you for becoming a new member, baby. You know, it means the world to me, baby. Thank you so much. Right? Sammy, I think that a lot of people, they don't really harness the whole package of what they're looking at, right? I think it's difficult for a lot of people to look at the whole scope. Hey, C4 Cats 23, thank you so much for becoming a member, baby. You know it means the world to me. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Kaz, she didn't care. She started to care after, well, yeah, that too. She started to care after the child was missing. It's very hard to martyr for a scenario after said scenario has concluded. You can't be a martyrer after it's already over with. You can't, right? So, well, I mean, I guess you could, but it doesn't really hit the same, right? So we have the whole Don in the shower thing. You've got the sedatives that Andy B was involved with. He's selling sedatives to kids on the hill. We know about all this, right? We know about it. So back to the genetic predisposition. I do believe genetically it's probably quite a lot going on. Crystal, Benny, do you know it's abuse to try erase someone's memories, though it's manipulation for? Yeah, no, yeah. And kind of piggyback on that, Crystal. I think that there's an old saying is that if you write a book, you can rewrite history. right? I think that, when you think about writing a book, I think that there's like many, metaphoric kind of ways that, you could sort of, we get it, right? It's the rewriting of history. Hey, Brandy, good to see you, baby. So I think that a lot of us have really, thought that could be, one of the main principles of what Miss Brown is doing, which is trying to rewrite the history, right? Now, you have to try to harness what you think is the actual motivator for rewriting the history. I think that one of the motivators could be peepers. It could definitely be guilt, right? She may have a guilt for having had, if she was like the rest of us, she'd probably feel a guilt for not having had, stepped in or whatever. Now, I know that a lot of people had issues with Allie, H's mom, right? Or maybe some of you don't even know, but when Allie and Candace would get into it, allegedly there's stories that they would call the CPS back and forth, right? I find the weaponization of the CPS overall generally malicious and disgusting. However, I think when you have people that may at a particular time in their parenting may have a reason to call, it's kind of like you'll take what you could get, right? So we know from the longstanding history that there may or may not have been situations in both households that maybe needed a little supervision, right? Right, Schmoopy. Yeah, she did it as a tit for tat. However, it's like when you're using it for a tit for tat, but they're coming in and they're making changes. What it means is the other party knows what's going on in the home that's defunct and all of those things, but keeping it as a secret for I've been hearing around the internet for Mad Day, right? When it's Mad Day, well, now you're going to call in all the things but as long as everybody's getting along okay, we're not going to discuss these issues that the CPS would definitely change when they come into the picture, right? C's for cats. Also, I want to loosen up my persona, so to speak, right? I as you guys can tell, I've really changed a lot of things in my life, right? One of the things is the language, right? That has nothing to do with anything YouTubeish. It's just it's my preference now, right? I don't, I'm far too intelligent and can use the English language far too well to run around here saying all the bad words. Hey, Tish, it's okay, baby. We're right here. We ain't went nowhere. Yes. So moving forward, we've got the whole recapping of the jury pool scenario, right? We also have the definition of histrionics. So moving forward, okay, we got that. I actually had it up there twice. Okay. Now, it's a very interesting situation here, but it's nothing new. What we're doing is we're just bringing it back to the surface because so much content has been made, in my opinion, to try to cover up a lot of this stuff. Now, some people may say, Betty, you're absolutely insane. Okay. But if you understand the way the algorithm works and the volume of videos, if you just stay putting videos on top of videos that have the same, if they say JSB and it's just thousands of them, literally thousands of them, they push important things down in the algorithm, right? Or in the index, so to speak, right? Now, this was sent to me. Actually, TM sent this to me. So thank you, TM, for sending this. Come to JSB to change the timeline if they didn't conspire. Karen or Corinne, I can't answer that. I wished I could. I really do. I wished I could. However, if you guys remember, and this is just a side note, if you guys remember, I believe it was a live stream with me and maybe PG, possibly. PG could kind of be a component you could take in or out. I'm not sure. anyhow, taking into account that Candace had been doing a little, you guys remember? I said, so when you came down the hill at the 4:30 at the hour 4:30, Jody was standing where? And she, hey TM, thank you so much. Okay. She made a comment, like she took the ride with me down to 4:30, which is, thank you, Tish, which is changing the timeline, here or there a little bit, right? Or a lot of it, depending on how you look at it. So the red truck deal, I think so many people got hung up on the red truck deal because the red truck, that person was not ever a suspect. Now, were they actually someone that they suspected, but they had the media reaching out like this, and they were very specific by saying, this person is not a suspect. We believe this person could be a witness. We just want to talk to them, right? And the fact that within reason, whomever this person was, if there was a person, right? Now, I also have a reason to believe that the red truck description is valid, because from the information we can gather as a community, that this red truck came about from a regular delivery driver. Now, I don't know if that's a mailman. There's been a lot of speculation. A mailman, FedEx, UPS. I don't know who it was, right? I don't know who it was. But what I can tell you is that it wasn't JSB. It wasn't Andy. It was someone that had a legitimacy to them that never came to the internet as well. You're never going to find out. I don't know. Artillery, yes. Right. So you had all of these issues with who Jody wanted you to believe was in the red truck. It was a brown-skinned man, right? She also said that the ladder rack would come and go, and that they were coming, and then after Summer goes missing, the truck don't come no more. She said she was inches from this person days in a row. So she wants you to think that it's a darker skinned man. And I think that your mind can you can just go on and wander. She said she could describe his tattoos. She was offered for a forensic artist to come on their own dime and do a sketch, an artistical rendering of this person. Described his scary face, Schmoopy, didn't she? There you go, Lisa. Now, being that Jody Sue also watches that place like a hawk, waiting for a baby rabbit, right? I believe that in a sense, I think there's kind of a long-standing feeling that I get is that like she preyed on people down there for whatever reason. I just get that feeling like she preyed on people, and she pushed her weight around, no pun intended. She pushed her personality around on people. She lied on people. If you lie, you'll cheat. If you'll cheat, you'll steal. And if you'll steal, you'll kill, kind of deal, right? I'm not saying she's a killer at all. Please don't. Let's not go there. However, being that she was such a hawk watching everything, you also had the red truck with the intoxicated woman under the blanket that was stuck on the edge there. So you had a lot of different comings and goings. She also mentioned that this man that was in this truck with this, because it's a truck that's coming and going. The ladder rack comes and goes, like it's not there, then it's there. It's not there, then it's there. These are her words. Then all of a sudden, after she goes missing, you don't see the truck no more. Now, you also understand that the news went widespread with the description of this truck with a ladder rack with white buckets in the back. We all know this. If we've been following this, we know this, right? So Well, let's get to a little bit of this here real quick.
With ladders on the back. TBI officials say in the process of speaking with neighbors about the night Summer disappeared. In the process of speaking with neighbors.
In the process of speaking with neighbors. Neighbors. It'll make sense in a minute.
Neighbors speaking with neighbors about the night Summer disappeared. Officials are looking for the driver of a Toyota pickup truck who was seen in the Beach Creek community either Monday or Tuesday of last week. The pickup is possibly a 1998.
Now, before we get there, Jody has a exact description of the driver of who she wants you to think this truck is. But there's no driver description, just a description of the vehicle itself. Could that be like the Scream? In it that they listened to the description. She could detail the man's tattoos. She was inches away from this man as he would go, because you got to understand, anytime you went in, you also came back out the same way. It's a one way. So there were days she would see this man 2 times or maybe more, if you let her tell it, right?
2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack along the with white buckets in the truck bed. They're looking to speak with the driver and want to stress that they are not a suspect.
Not a suspect. But this person, if they exist, never came forward. What does that tell you? Well, it could tell you a number of things. I mean, let's just, for instance, maybe the driver has a warrant and he doesn't want to go talk to no police. You get it. Maybe, and I think possibly most important is that you gather from the situation that if the truck situation is really real, right, the person didn't come in because they're not just a witness. Who
can be a potential witness.
I keep being asked when we reported the truck, the red truck, right? And I'm not. I did.
When they asked when they got descriptions of the vehicle from the neighbors, it wasn't from her. Listen to her. She's telling you right now. It did not come from her.
I keep being asked when we reported the truck, the red truck, right? And I'm not. I didn't. I'm not the one that came from.
She's not the one that came from. So who else down through there could it have came from? We'll get to that part.
If whispers and rumors are to be believed, I kind of know who did.
Did you ever see?
If whispers are to be rumors and whispers are to be believed, she thinks she knows who did it. Huh? Could that just be a rumor in and of itself? Hard to say.
The red truck.
I seen a red truck, but I didn't see the red truck down there.
He didn't see the red truck.
Jody never spoke to you about seeing this man or driving the truck. That truck?
That truck. I don't know. How do you know that's that truck? Am I overreacting here? How do we know that's that truck? You never did a sketch. Now, you might ask yourself, well, how come Hawkins County or TBI didn't send a sketch artist down through there to make the sketch? Could it be the same reason that Ronnie Lawson thinks the Scream is not related to this complaint? Is this person in this red truck actually a person? And is she trying to jam somebody up that doesn't have anything to do with it? I don't know. Right? I guess only Jody knows that, right? These are legitimate concerns.
One that came from. If whispers and rumors are to be believed, I kind of know who did.
Did you ever see the red truck?
I seen a red truck, but I didn't see the red truck down there.
The evening times, I would usually walk down to meet.
He didn't see, he saw a red truck, but not the red truck. But he saw this red truck. This. We've got some general English grammar geniuses. That's what we have right here. This. That's what we have.
Jody never spoke to you about seeing this man or.
Right.
Now, what's interesting about Jody never telling him about seeing this man is that when Jody would see this man with this dark skin and these tattoos, she's standing at the bottom of the hill waiting on him to get back from work to take her to go do her Facebook BS, go get a soda water, go do whatever it is they do. And I think that probably, the idea of going to the store is probably innocuous as it seems, but with these two, you just never know what they were actually doing, right? But she sees this man. She says she thinks this man is down in there for other business. Well, we know what she means by that, right? Well, but you can't nail her down on it. You can't say, hey, Jody, what did you mean? Or rather, let me step back. As soon as you say, Jody, we know what you mean when you say other business. That's you saying that this guy is down here buying meth from Fred. But as soon as you say that, she's going to spin it around on its heel, and she's going to make the other business something other, right? You guys follow me? Is it making sense? Hey, Shay, is it making sense? It doesn't make sense, but is it making sense? Exactly, Sammy. This her ride or die. This is the one that she would allow to grow dope in the house where her kids are at. And then you also got to understand it. Whatever he would garner whatever the financial gain from growing dope and all this weird stuff they got going on, she feed them kids off that money. Who-ah? She feed her kids off that dope money. Let's keep it really real all the time. So yes. Why didn't she tell him about this man? I can only think of two reasons. Do you want to hear them? First one is maybe there isn't a dark-skinned man with tattoos and that's all a lie. Or two, maybe she's involved with this man. Because he only seems to come by when Andy's not there. Right? Only when Andy is not there is this person. Andy didn't never see it. He didn't ever see the truck. So the vehicle just miraculously always comes only when it's Jody by herself. Andy don't see the truck. So it's either the guy, and this is if you ride with these fractured narratives from these simpletons. So let's say their narrative is true. There's only two, it can only be two things. He doesn't exist, or Jody has something to do with it. She's involved with this man in some way. Right? Moving forward.
Rumors are to be believed. I kind of know who did.
Did you ever see the red truck?
As an added benefit, she's always going to kind of know who did, right? Moving forward.
I seen a red truck, but I didn't see the red truck down there.
Seen a red truck. Now, he wasn't real specific on whether or not it was the red truck that was stuck on the side of the road in the Wells driveway with the intoxicated woman underneath the sheet or the blanket. That Don asked the police, can I take picture of these two? And then he shared them. Was it that red truck? He's not specific about it. He says, I saw a red truck, but not the red truck. But then again, like I'm reiterating, but in the next clip, he says this red truck. As if this red truck, either for dramatic value or histrionics, this is that red truck, right? You following me?
times I would usually walk down to meet Voldemort after he got off work. So I was standing there at a certain time, usually every day.
Usually every day. Some kind of way, this man, who, if you let her tell it, she's not involved with, he makes it by her. She's only there a small window of the day, but he always seems to make it by when she's there. Right? He only sees him when she's there. She's standing down. She goes down a short, he texts her, and we know because of the cell service there, he would have to text her or Facebook message her before he got to his mom's house, because then he loses service, right? Yeah, it's a coincidence, Sammy, right? So there's a large portion of time where they can't actually communicate, right? So she goes down when she gets the text always, or usually, or typically, if you let her tell it, when she gets the text saying, I'm passing mom's, she comes down. So if he's not fooling around, messing around, doing whatever, what she said, what? Hollering at little girls, buying them cigarettes and all kinds of weird stuff, whatever she says, long as he's not doing that, he makes it on time for her. But it's always when she's standing down there. You got to make that make sense. I think it almost dispels the idea that there was a dark-skinned man that can only, we're talking about a 10, 15-minute window. This man only comes when she's standing down there. Only. Nobody else can talk about seeing this man. Only her. But she'll also tell you it's cameras all through the holler. Nobody can say that they can replicate the description of the man, the dark-skinned man with the tattoos. Hey, Becky, you follow me?
And there was a truck that kept coming in there. This truck.
Now it's getting real histrionic, isn't it? In the present time, histrionic.
And the person in it kind of stuck with me. I didn't report that. I was like, well, wait. There was this truck that was coming in at the same.
But now all of a sudden she reported it, right? Which one is it? Because we know over here, she didn't report it to Andy. But earlier in this one, she said she didn't report it, but heard rumors and whispers of who it might be. It can't be all the things, right? It can only be one. And even that one is subject to being completely dismantled by a lie, right? Are y'all sticking with me? It was the Fayuds. You follow me, Becky? Okay. Yes. Well, because, Shay, a camera substantiates a claim. But when you, in theory, right, Shay, if you say, oh, well, it's on camera, to the simpletons, they're like, oh, okay, well, we believe you. It was on a camera. Hey, Miss T, good to see you, baby. Yeah. No. We got it on a camera. But then what happens to the camera cards? Allegedly, Don, me, or Andy, because it's been all three of us, have broken into that camper and taken those SD cards. Now, moving to the SD cards. The police came. She said around about the time it got dark or right before it got dark, she had the SD cards ready for the police. That's convenient. Hey, nature lover. Thank you. I think some of this is yours. Great job. You got the SD cards ready for the police when they get there because you know they're on the way. Now, my contention is this. It's a two-part thing. You stop the cameras at some point in order to ready the SD cards. Why? Why would you not run the cameras? I mean, the camera footage should show the police walking up to get said camera footage. When did you stop the camera? When did you stop the camera? Did you stop the camera when it was convenient, hours before they get there to get the card? And secondly, if you are the curator of what's on the card, how do the police know what's on the card? Is it the entirety of what's supposed to be on the card? Have you drag and drop this one in the trash, drag and drop this one in the trash, and then you've got a card? So having the card ready for them when they get there suggests there is no way you're going to let them look at that DVR or whatever the capturing device is. You're not going to let them take a look at that. You're just like, here, take this. Right? Think about it. Think about it. Let that sink in for a moment. But not only that, it was more than one copy of the data from that day. So if she's worried about SD cards being stolen out of the camper, right? That means she made copies. To have made a copy means it went to a DVR. It went to an external device that captured the footage, archived it, and then you're going to put a card in it, and then you're going to pull the imagery you want onto the card, and then you're going to eject the card, and now you have. So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say I'm guessing her copy may have been just a little bit different than the copy the police got. Hoo-ah? Otherwise, follow me. Otherwise, when the cards are stolen from the camper, why the concern? If what's on the card, because you've only got two people that's going to come there and steal the card. Two kinds of people. The people that's coming to steal it for the police and the people that's coming to steal it to get rid of it. Well, guess what? There's no point in stealing the card, and it narrows down one person. There's only one person that's worried about what's on the card, and that's the person who doesn't want the card out. That means there's different footage on the card that was stolen than on the police's card, because guess what, y'all? The police already got the card. The police already have the card. So in theory, if the card she has and the card the police have exactly the same thing on it, nothing to worry about. Theoretically, other than the breach of privacy from someone coming in there. Hoo-ah. But she didn't talk about that. She talked about the cards being gone. So the unspoken anxiety and worry from the cards being gone suggests to me that what's on that card she had in the bag is different than what the police have. And that's even if you believe any of that crap, right? That's to frame it all. Do you believe? Because that critical thinking that I just ran you down through. I know some of it's a little bit redundant, and sometimes I feel like I've got to explain it a couple of different ways in order for everyone to understand. But that's it. All of those possibilities, if you even believe any of it is real, moving forward. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for letting me share.
And the person in it kind of stuck with me. I did report that. I was like, wait, there was a truck that was coming in at the same time.
Oh, wait, but I did report it. I know we talked about this already. Let me slow this down just a little bit. Nature Lover, thank you so much for this, man. Ma'am, this is beautiful.
Every day, the guy was being a little weird, but I thought it was traffic for something else.
I agree. It must be seriously weird because he only comes when you're there. But, I mean, hell, what could be weird? He's driving down the road. What was he doing that was so weird? I'm guessing nothing.
And it didn't really, I don't know, for some reason the guy stuck with me. I mean, we were just inches apart most days. He passed me as I was standing at the very
most days. Most days.
Tip of the driveway. but for some reason his face stuck with me, and that's something strange these days.
Strange these days, huh? His face stuck. Strange these days. I don't know exactly what that means. One could only venture to guess. I mean, if it's strange these days that she can remember something as opposed to days before when she couldn't remember something, well, we've got an issue, and it's starting to come off as, you know, substance-based issue.
So I did report it after I reported the truck, and it did have ladder racks on it, but no ladders. The ladder racks were black, as I recall. But I did notice that after everything had happened and Summer had vanished, I didn't see this truck any longer. I've not seen the guy since.
Right? But hold on.
I'm not the one that came from.
She didn't report it, but at the end she did report it. And this is all in the span of a minute and 15 seconds. She goes from reporting it to not reporting it, right? Let's move over here to this one, which is just sort of redundant because I've already kind of busted down how they fit together, but let's just listen to it in its entirety so you can sort of iron out the context, right?
Jody never spoke to you about seeing this man or driving the truck.
That truck?
Now, what's interesting about never telling him, if it's real and she never told him, why wouldn't she tell him? Not just because he's a monster. I mean, we've all seen the text from the 15th, right? We've seen all the texts. In fact, I made a chart showing the messaging between the two of them. There seemed to be no issue other than big blocks of time where he's texting and Jody's not responding. Right? Right. Why would she not tell him? Well, could it be that she thinks he's involved some kind of way and doesn't want him to know the information? Or is it that she's involved with this man? Hard to say. Those two angles, or is the last angle it not even real, right?
That you can remember. And I understand about those memories, and part of that might not be your age.
And this guy sits here smug. Smug as a bug in a rug. Because he wants you to think
Jody never spoke to you about seeing this man or driving the truck. Jody never spoke to you about seeing this man.
He wants you to think he knows exactly who has the truck and where it's at. This truck. Not a truck or the truck, but this truck. The way he presents this truck is that this truck is the one. We here on this live stream, we don't need to know all the other however many hundreds or thousands of red trucks with ladder racks there are in the greater Tennessee area. We want to know about the truck. So this truck, he's presenting it as the truck.
Driving the truck.
That truck?
Yeah, that truck right there. Yep, that'd be the one, I think. Or at least I believe you, Andy. That truck. Where'd you take a picture of that truck at? And whose house or establishment was this truck parked in front of? And hey, let me ask you this. Did you report this truck? Did you report this truck? I don't know.
That you can remember. And I understand about those memories, and part of that might not.
Smug, right? Super smug. Super smug. Yep.
Be your ADD or ADHD, because I have both.
Well, it's probably.
Oh, yeah, let's blame it on the ADD. Yeah. Because that somehow fits into any of this, right?
Well,
Right. So, any questions? Any questions you might have for me? We're taking serious questions. I know it seems to be all serious people in here right now. Serious questions. Any questions or, like micro angles of any of the angles I've laid out about the SD cards, the truck, a truck, the truck, this truck? Sammy, yes. I would have to agree with that, Mimi. I really would. There you go. Now, you also have to play in, and she's really going to take this and ride with it because I know she's watching now. She's going to take this and ride with it. Could it be that the scream was absolutely a part of this complaint? However, it's because she put the information out first. Maybe it's some confliction, like there's certain things that only the offender might know. So are they trying to make it seem like the scream was not a thing? Don't ride with that, Jody. That's my original idea. Because you're going to take 7 or 8 or 13 hours worth of time and try to spin this and mold it into being your idea. Yes. Kat, she's definitely watching. Definitely. Now, just as a parting gift, this is a thing. It happened today. Maybe you can sort of grab the context of it. I don't know. Let's be analytical here, and let's not. There may or may not be people in the discussion area that like traders or dislike her or love her or hate her. That's not what the issue is here. What we're looking at here is not even the connotation, the outright charge that Jody is making, right? Let's watch this. It's very interesting. And it happens right in the beginning.
Some of y'all getting here. Y'all see traders. Looks like she just got off 34 minutes ago. If you see her, whatever, maybe want to tell her she might want to get eyes on this.
That's like slang for come over here and give me a view, right?
Her, anybody in her camp.
Now, do you see this right here? You see what she's doing right here? You guys see it? That weird head cock. Follow me.
Reported the truck, the red truck, right? And I'm not. I didn't. I'm not the one that came from. If whispers and rumors are to be believed, I kind of know who did.
Did you ever see the red truck?
I seen a red truck, but I didn't see the red truck down there.
In the evening times, the truck was coming in at the same time almost every day. The guy was being a little weird, but I thought it was traffic for something else, and it didn't really. I don't know. For some reason, the guy stuck with me. I mean, we were just inches apart most days. He passed me as I was standing at the very tip of the driveway.
Pass it.
But for some reason, his face stuck with me, and that's something strange to his face. So he got off work, so I was standing there at a certain time, usually every day, and there was a truck that kept coming in and out. This truck
it's not as pronounced. I know it seems subtle, but people will throw off body language when they're not exactly telling the truth. Right? She does this a lot, right? It's just one of those like, right? 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 Who's she looking at through the dark sheet? She ain't looking at nobody.
her, anybody in her camp.
It's weird. It's weird.
She might want to hear this.
It's histrionic. What is it?
Histrionic.
It's histrionic. It's dramatic behavior designed to attract attention. I promise y'all I was away for a while, but I'm still pretty good at this. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe she can help figure it out.
Straight up.
Now, don't make any mistake. Obviously, Traders was on the live stream of her own, right? So, don't get it twisted.
Let me decipher the code for you. It's obviously Traders was on a live stream of her own.
But I think we might have a camp problem. Or a Traders.
A camp problem, which is like weird verbiage, like it's two prize fighters training 6 weeks before the showdown. Like, this is not a camp. That's weird. Like, some of this YouTube verbiage just really irks me, right? Like, camp is like, I can't stand the word donos. Like, that drives me absolutely nuts.
Friendly problem or a Traders researcher problem or a mutual hacking problem.
Hacking. Ask me if the truck was coming every day, why wasn't? Well, there you go. Question for the ages. How many times, and let's be real here, I think there's a few in here, chat log looking ass. Absolutely. Discussion area, chat log. Like, I don't like the word panel. I don't like the word subs. I don't like the word donos. I don't like the word camp, right? Like, there's a bunch of these YouTube abbreviations I can't get behind. But let me add. How many times, nature lover, she may really be, but I don't want to discount her being the only one. How many times have you heard Jody say she's been hacked? Keep it real. If you haven't, then you haven't. Mind over matter. I think you could be right. 999. Many. If you know, or you think you know, within 999, that's like betting $1 at Price is Right. A lot. I knew you would. So here we go again. Here we go again. She's been hacked. She has proof. But what is she going to do about it? First of all, nothing. Okay. Secondly, what would they be hacking her for that she hasn't already vomited for? You know what, Killer? You know what would be a great video? Is for you to take all, I know because you did a bunch of AI transcripts, thousands of hours, evidently. Fabulous work. I'd like for you to see if we could figure out, within reason, how many thousands of hours she's live streamed. Take each video, the time, and add it all up and see where we're at the end. Yep. You're right. Where's Summer? 1-800-TBI fine. What would they be wanting to hack her for? Hey, KCK, I should have texted you. I'm sorry. It was just like, bam. You know, I just pulled the trigger quick. So there's a few of us in here that could, within reason, say that we have heard at least more than once that she's been hacked, right?
And I've got absolute proof of it today in the last few minutes. Traders, you been having any problems with your shit over here? Because somebody just cold got their asses busted. Sure did.
Now, you're going to say, I'm going to let it run, but I'm going to let it get to it right there.
Sure did. Sure as fuck did. Now, I've been doing some weird shit in the background for days and days now.
I believe that. I believe. I believe you. I hold with all of everything I am. I believe you. I believe for days and days and days you've been doing some weird S behind the scenes. I believe that. What is strange is that's another one of those YouTube terms I hate. Behind the scenes. You mean your real life is behind the scenes? No. Your real life should be the majority fraction of your whole day, and the behind the scenes should be your time on the internet. Oh, but it's not. And you can really gather using that psyche when somebody says, oh, behind the scenes. That means their real life don't consist of much at all outside of the internet. Can we agree with that? Behind the scenes. For sure. All right. Yeah. I'm with you.
Everybody giving something. Sure as fuck did. Now, I've been doing some weird shit in the background for days and days now.
She's gonna mess around and tell you too much. I'm guessing throughout the whole hour in 6 minutes, she's gonna say too much. I'm only concerned in like the first 4:45 minutes.
Everybody giving something. I'm hearing like spin a little bit of pieces. I'm watching certain YouTubers geared towards certain things.
She heard some leaks. Oh, but wait, it gets better.
They think I'm gonna go towards this here. So that's sort of been giving it away. Right?
Oh, not sort of.
But traders, I think we have a mutual problem here. Obviously, you run Livestream. My ass was recording on several devices.
I think this one here lacks the wherewithal for anything technologically advanced, because she's going to allude to the fact that she has two laptops. One she's on right now, and then one to her right, our left. And she still will not take the time to figure out how to screen share so that she could do the very least, even just show Summerwell's flyer like she insists everyone else in the world do, except for her. It's rules for thee, but not for she.
And absolutely with data to prove it. Not watching you in the least.
My point is, it's beyond her concept that on one of her devices, she's not recording, and that, you know, if you just have it on autoplay, it's just gonna pull up the next video. While you're worried about you're tweaking on 16 different devices, you absolutely have one that's running Trader's video. And then when you get off and the tweak goes down, now all of a sudden somebody's hacking you. And it has to be Trader's. Trader's made you watch her video. Trader's, shame on you. I don't know what the heck you got going over there, lady, but you are now forcing people to take the view. Holy cow, that's an all-time low.
Not even remotely was I watching it. I haven't in quite a long time, actually. I also have the hours of recordings.
But she's not going to tell you she ain't subscribed. That's the interesting part. Jody, you might have a point if you threw into the butter that you weren't even subscribed. No, you're subscribed. In some kind of way, it autoplay. We done figured this whole conspiracy out for you. In 3 minutes and 14 seconds, we have slayed the dragon.
Okay. On other devices, these fuckfaces don't know about that are doing this stupid shit in the background.
Oh, but we know now. Why would we care if you're sitting around a menagerie of 40 devices all plugged in at the same time and you're tweaking all your little fast fingers on every single one of them except for one? But we know now. If we weren't supposed to know, now we know. Jody's got 2 laptops and probably a tablet and a phone. Just me giving you a rundown of those devices, and I'm guessing, it's got to be Benny Keys did the hacking now, right? Yep, blame it on Benny.
Right now. Right. I'm doing other things, especially on this beautiful laptop and other.
You could be working a job. You could be volunteering. You could be cooking, cleaning up, doing anything except for tweaking on them devices, smoking cigarettes, and not cleaning them nails. Woo!
They don't know about. Okay. Now, because of the timing on the recording, I was just making over the hours, okay, on several devices while I watched them add.
Jody, explain to me why you need several recordings of the same thing. Why do you need all of your devices you don't want us to know about that we now know about? Why do all of them have to be recording the same thing? You either lying or you got more going on than we know about. Hooah. Hooah.
3 magical chats, like of late, back there, chuckling to myself, because Lord of mercy, they think they're smoother in here, I tell you what.
Shame on you, traders.
Anyway, so, and throughout many recordings, you can tell I'm clearly not watching you, and my little hands were not over here watching you.
I digress. Those hands are not little at all. You could palm a basketball and a football at the same time. Nothing little about them hands.
You traders?
The only thing little about those hands are the things that you hold in them. Everything's little in those hands.
Or on any of the other devices watching all of these as they're fucking around. Asshole dupe to a giraffe in all of my accounts, right? Now I ain't a dumb bitch and I wasn't born yesterday. Okay? Just been kind of letting them roam about. Listening for the leaky things. Watching some of the YouTube team right now. I try to get in front of or in advance of certain things.
I mean, little. Just little eensy weensy teensy weensies. These little hands. The only thing those hands are little about is when they used to hold on to Andy. They made Andy look really small. That's why I like women with little hands. It's a prerequisite. They have to have a genetical predisposition for little fingers. Moving forward.
Things they think I'm concentrating on because of what they're watching through whatever means they're back here in the background noise. No, I don't know.
I hope so.
Forever, but oh hell, a lot the past few days. And I know which ones. That's all I'm saying. But traders, let me show you something.
Traders, I think she has the hots for you. But Jody, I'm guessing that Traders has the knots for you.
Let me see if I can more videos because they're precious now. All right,
this part's for free.
This is what pops up for me. I'm gonna do some videos. So y'all know damn good and well it's right now.
Watch
and there ain't no tricks here.
Yo.
See this, traders?
No.
It's on my screen right now.
We don't see. Traders can't see it, neither can we. It's because you won't learn how to screen share. Good night, team strategy. And there's other low production units all over the YouTube, but this is the top of the bottom.
show me that I've watched you.
Did y'all miss me?
Who ended your live
You
stream
did, and I'm
34
calling
minutes
you a
ago.
lie.
And here's the date and time on it.
Show us the date and time, Jody.
You'll see it down there in the bottom.
No, we don't. For all we know, this could be Pornhub. Whoo-wee. We don't see nothing.
See it?
Nope.
Okay. So no lies here. Now, Trey.
Just because you said yes, it doesn't mean yes. No, we don't see it. Hold on. Let's just make sure we don't see it. Hold on. Whoa, 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 ladies. Hold on, ladies.
You'll see it down there in the bottom. See it? Okay.
I see a mosquito. There's your proof.
So no lies here.
No lies here.
Traders, I have video graphic proof on.
Just mosquitoes. Oh, goodness. Oh, Skeeter. Oh, Skeeter laying soup. Andy, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I know I would be. Y'all want to keep going, or you want me to stop right here? She's got a stream coming out her ears. Well, I hope it's her clean one. Okay, we're going to keep going, Jody. Blame it on them. These people over here. Let's get it.
Many forums that these son of bitches are in that I was not watching you, including the fucking recording I was making. But anyway, so what happens is, traders, oh, I'm doing my little recording right in the background, a couple different devices using them right in conjunction with one another.
Conjecture.
I don't know, leading the packet.
She means conjecture.
In YouTubers. Team Wales on a merry fucking chase, right? Have been for days. Been at it. And then been waiting for the little sleep.
She said days. Girl, it's going on 5 years.
I've got those two. Now, I watch.
Boy, she hit that cigarette like it owed her money. She hit that cigarette like it made a your mama joke. She hit that cigarette like it's a ground rule double. Scout's honor. Oh, Jody, you know you miss me too. Quit that.
Watch them today create 3 chats in the background of an unlisted. You feel me, traders? Just like I have been. I come and here's what happens. My shit suddenly ends. Been doing that enough.
So you being hacked by more than one person.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back. You know what's happening, traders? When I press the thing after I make sure I video graphic reporting of the 3 chats.
Heck yeah. She makes them cigarettes look like them old candy cigarettes. The one you could blow in and the smoke would come out. Oh, yeah. There's no way they would let them be a thing now. How many of y'all remember them candy cigarettes growing up? They tasted terrible, but they look cool. Hell yeah. She makes smoking look so cool. All she needs is a leather jacket and some penny loafers with white socks.
Opening in so many subs during unlisted, all that, and I'm laughing to myself. You know what happens, traders? Somebody is still watching you in my recordings, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
I was just telling a friend, I got to be very careful how I step around this. I don't want none of my shoes. However, said she needs to get this nipple checked right here. The Joker's looking kind of irregular. like it's got eyelashes or something.
The fuck. Somebody's partaking of a trader, and then it just ends so refresh, right?
Well, I mean, you didn't get it from her name. Traders.
My recording. Bitch, it ain't there. I'm like, what the fuck? So you know what happens next, traders?
Police.
Over here, open up.
You calling the police, right?
Brand new YouTube. And then there it is. It says traders. Ended her live 34 minutes ago. And there it is. This red line. Looks like they watched at least half of your shit somehow on my account. That's weird, ain't it, traders?
No. That Lilo and Stitch moo-moo is weird, though. Let me find out that's not official apparel.
I've not watched you in eons. Probably since last time I was in your chat. I ain't recorded you, ain't been over there. Nope, not even the least.
Now.
And how in the hell would I been?
I'll show you how in the hell, and then we're going to close this out, man, because I got more pressing business. Oh, boy. Woo. I needed that, y'all. Thank you so much. Traders amongst, that's what it was. She's going to tell you she swears up and down, baby. She don't know how traders forced her to take this view. But she took that view right on the chin. Let's take a look here. Ryan found the truth. Seem problematic to you in any kind of way? Hold on now. Huh. There's one about Ryan. Oh, I don't know. There's one about Ryan. Let's see. This one more than likely has something to do with about Ryan. I mean, I think we're just seeing a pattern here, right? I don't know, is 3 or more a pattern? Yeah, she has a thing. Oops, sorry, I wasn't sharing it. She has a thing for Ryan, quite naturally, right here. Right here. Let's see. Turns out that's not the same red. That's not the red truck, is it? Let's see here. Here, Ryan. So I guess in closing, what you can see is it's probably not as big a mystery as one would think, right? I mean, yeah. So I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. But yeah, he's Andy's spokesperson. Yeah. You know, I think if there was ever one that should have a spokesperson, it should definitely be Andy. You know, he tries to act like he watched a bunch of A&E and Lifetime Discovery growing up, but, you know, we know better. Yeah. He was busy trying to give cigarettes to little underage girls and stuff. That's what Jody said. I didn't say that. That's what Jody said. And selling sedatives to little kids and stuff, right? Like, you didn't have no time to watch A&E while you was busy selling drugs to Don and Candace, allegedly, so, you know, little girls could be sedated on the hill. I mean, yeah, no, you only as worldly as Hawkins County, my boy. You understand me? Yeah, but then, right, forever a lover. I'm sorry. But then she's going to change it into, because what she said was monsters selling sedatives so that kids on the hill, little girls on the hill could be touched. And then she said, everything but weed. And then when we use her own words in, I don't want to say against her, but against her, you know, she meant weed all of a sudden. Yeah, because, you know, marijuana is one of those trippy drugs that it could be it could be a hallucinogen, it could be an upper, it could be a downer, you know, it could be a sedative. Yeah, okay. Look at that. She sure did, didn't she? Those exact words. Anyways, I love all of y'all individually. That in itself, right? I mean, let's keep it real. We've all seen Don's butthole. We've all seen Don take a poop and not flush. I mean, flush and not wipe. We've seen all the things, right? Like, but Jody, we don't forget what you say. We don't forget what you say. I love you too, Lila. Jinx, sweetheart, thank you for becoming a new member. You know, it means the world to me. C is for Cats 23. Thank you for your membership. Sarah Silver knocked it out of the park. Thank you for becoming a member. This upcoming week, I say this, but my work schedule has just been nightmarish. Some of you know what I do for a living, some don't. I am in a business that takes no days off, right? There is a huge demand for business, and some people are dying to meet me. So with that being said, I love all of y'all individually. Remember, look at the thing from all angles, right? A lot of times in life, it's only two angles things can go. Only two ways they can go, right? That's a blessing, because you don't have to worry about all the other stuff, right? We make it complicated in our mind. It's simple. It's this way or that way. You ain't got to worry about all the other variations and variables, right? So with that, remember, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. I love all of y'all individually. Catch me next time, baby.